Good morning to you both, Gary. I will get started with you. So Virginia has this open primary. That means voters don't have to be registered as a Republican to vote in the Republican primary. Is that expected to have an impact on the results there?
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, voters are voting here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Polls have been open for about an hour here. And voters here in Virginia tend to have an ability to surprise with their vote. Think back to 2021 when Governor Glenn Youngkin ended up beating out establishment Terry McAuliffe for the governorship here in Virginia. So we're looking at two places where the voters may surprise here in Virginia. First, among independents. Where do these swing voters, where do these independents end up? Because as you mentioned, it is an open primary. That means they walk into the building behind me, they pick a ballot they want to choose, whether it's Republican or Democrat, and they can be any party they want. They can then choose that ballot and pick their candidate. The other group that we're looking at is going to be among Democrats. Democrats don't have to vote for Joe Biden today. They can actually go and vote for Nikki Haley or Donald Trump or a write-in candidate as well. So we'll be looking at those numbers very closely this evening.
Gary, you are in a spot where former President Trump has not typically done so well over the years. What are you hearing from voters so far there today?
So we are in Henrico County. It's a little bit north of the state capital, Richmond, here in Virginia. And we are actually already heard from all three sides of the ticket here. We've heard from Nikki Haley voters. We've heard from Donald Trump voters. And I've even heard from Joe Biden voters as well. As you can imagine, what you're hearing lines up with what we've heard over the past several months. Nikki Haley voters say they want to return to a little bit more of normal and governorship and how it works there. Donald Trump voters tell me they don't believe the election in 2020 was accurate. They don't believe the election in 2020 was fair, and they want to see it become fair. They want to see the economy get better. Joe Biden voters say they like what they've seen so far. They want to see more of the same, guys.
Emma, let's bring you in here. Emma, who, by the way, was on the producing team of this show and now is on this show. So you go, girl. She's in Massachusetts, where 63% of voters are unenrolled, which means they can vote in either primary. So as we've seen, this unaffiliated group of voters, that's this huge target for Nikki Haley and potentially in some places a huge opportunity for her. What are you hearing on the ground there?
Savannah, that is exactly right. That 63% is key for Nikki Haley because here in Massachusetts, only approximately 8% of voters are registered Republicans. So the Haley team is looking at that 63% and are hopeful that people will choose to vote in the more competitive primary this cycle, which is the Republican primary. However, there is a caveat, and that caveat is that if you are an unenrolled voter here in Massachusetts, you're not necessarily going to be voting in the Republican primary. As I've been speaking to people here in the state, a lot of them tell me that they are either going to be voting for Trump today or for Joe Biden today. And that just shows the level of apathy that voters here have towards what they see as the inevitable, which is this Trump versus Biden rematch. One thing that I will point out is the Nikki Haley voters that I have been speaking to here in Massachusetts really do not want to see a Trump versus Joe Biden rematch. And they've told me that if it comes to it, in the general election, they will do one of three things. They will either leave the top of the ticket blank, they will write in Nikki Haley's name, or they will vote for a third party. Joe and Savannah.
So, Emma, what seems to be on voters' minds when it comes to issues as they head to the polls this morning and as they look ahead to November?
Joe and I talk to voters here in Massachusetts, especially Republican voters. The number one issue I am hearing time and time again is immigration. Now, you might be thinking, well, Massachusetts is pretty far from the southern border, and geographically, that is true. However, Massachusetts is home to a number of sanctuary cities, so the migrant crisis directly impacts people here in the state. So when voters are choosing, those unenrolled, that 63% that may be choosing to vote in a Republican primary, the thought process behind that is it is a referendum against the Biden administration's immigration policies. Joe and Savannah.
All right, Emma and Gary, thank you both very much.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.